Hey everybody, welcome back to Champions Card Club. My name is Cassidy. Today we're looking at the biggest movers and shakers in Pokemon this week. I've been covering this for many weeks now, over a year covering this every week. So if you're interested in seeing some of the patterns, you can always go look at some of those old videos. Today we're going to start off with Roaring Moon. Now Roaring Moon EX has seen a pretty significant increase here over the past year. And the reason behind this, it's not an evolution, right? This is from Prismatic Evolutions, okay? There's going to be lots of nuance to why these cards move. Lots of things you might not think about. This one is fairly obvious to a lot of people who have been around for a while. For those of you who are new, the illustrator is Shinji Kanda. You can see that right here. This is the Prismatic Evolutions set that it is part of. $250 for moderately played. We go up to condition, near mint. $266. Okay, huge increase here from $140 all the way to $300. A huge buyout here. 25 cards were bought. Somebody else caught it on the way going up. 16 sold. We are back just about to the all-time highs for this card. These cards are going to be worth a lot of money. I think even at $300, I think we'll see this card go far past that, because this particular item done by this particular artist is, in my opinion, essentially modern art. This is going to be highly desired for the rest of your lifetime, the rest of my lifetime. And this artist is going to continue to make these cards. And then when this artist does finally pass away, these cards are going to go up in value even more. Now, you might think that that is ridiculous or whatever you want to say, but I will point to the recent painting by a high fantasy artist, Frank Frazzetti. One of his items just sold for $3 million. What that tells me is this high fantasy art is now part of what is considered high class art. People will not say that this is considered high class art right now, the Roaring Moon EX, right? People would say, that's a kid's card game or whatever. As my generation after my generation gets older, things change. The old people who make these decisions move out. Younger people come in. Younger people decide, hey, this is art to me. I won't go into this much more, but that is what I think is going to happen with these cards. So these are good to hang on to for a long time, in my opinion, because of the artist specifically. That's why I think Roaring Moon is seeing a rise, and I think all of the art done by this Shinji Kanda is going to go up substantially. He is very prolific. Okay, let's look at Morpeko. Now, Morpeko is a little different story. I don't know if I would call this high art, but it's more like pop art. I don't know, you could maybe say like Andy Warhol, okay? So $56 here, a big bump up. The writer of this particular article does not know why it went up. 2 years ago, this Paradox Rift illustration rare had two different spikes from $10 to $20 around March. I think Morpeko is a popular Pokemon. Morpeko has been featured in lots of different sets. Maybe it was undervalued here. Maybe there was not that many in rotation. There are currently only 85. So this could just simply be a situation where someone saw an opportunity to bump it up. 51 sold here. If you only have 85 on the market and 51 sell, that's your answer. There you go. It's not really that difficult to see what caused this. And now people are buying them up like crazy at $56. If they continue to do so and this runs down all the way, then yeah, it's going to be a $100 card. It's just how the way it works. How many are left here? Well, let's see how many are selling. So the interesting thing you want to look at on here is that only one sold today, yesterday, or I guess you're looking at this in the future. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quite a few sold in the last week. Varying prices pretty dramatically, $50, $19. So it's moving at a decent rate. Average daily sold is 7. Very decent rate for a card. And the price is starting to drop down. If there's not enough demand for this and people decide to start undercutting each other, the price will go down. We will just see how it goes. The other expensive Paradox Rift pull is Groudon. I always say Garudon. I think it's more fun to say it that way, but I've been told it's called Groudon. Let's see what that is at. It is currently sitting at $95. So it is interesting to see Morpeko being half of the price at this point. A very interesting card to watch is Team Rocket's Mewtwo, all the way up to $550 for this card right now. Uh, I think right now, I think Destined Rivals is going to get a lot more reprints. I think we're going to get a lot more Destined Rivals. So I could see this price coming down. I would say right now is not the time to buy your Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Lightly played, we go to condition near mint. Only 27 on the market though. That is scary. 510, and people with a significant enough bankroll could really make this card worth a considerable amount. Current quantity is only 34 on the market. Average daily sold is 3, so they're not going to last long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at like 10 cards, not even 10, maybe like 8, 9 cards, and then the price goes to 600. Assuming more aren't ripped. Destined Rivals is not really. It's showing up in ancillary products, but it's not really. Booster boxes aren't being printed right now. They will. It's still in print, but they're not. Pumping them out like they are with some other sets. Destined Rivals is starting to hit its era of scarcity, and that usually happens. If you started in May, June, July, August, September, 4 months, starting to get a little more scarce, harder to find. We do have the Moltres, what is it, like Ultra Premium collection coming out, but that also doesn't have a huge amount of Destined Rivals inside of it. So hopefully a reprint will hit sooner than later, but there's no talk of it on the radar right now. 510 for your Mewtwo. Is it a play? Is it not a play? I would say give it some more time, because when the reprints come, this could fall. This could also go up though, because the hype will come back to Destined Rivals, and people will say, "Oh yeah, I want to." What was the card in Destined Rivals? Oh, the Mewtwo. Yeah, I want one, and then they buy it. So very speculative item right here. Of Shinji Kanda, another Shinji Kanda card. Someone is buying out the Shinji Kanda cards, is what I'm starting to gather here. This is not financial advice, of course, but if you decide you want to do that, you can definitely make some plays, and you can definitely, to me, it feels a little more. So, current quantity 89, average daily sold 3. That's what I'm talking about. Highest price sold ever, $700. When I see the highest price ever, a lot of these cards really like to dip down and then shoot back up to the all-time high. Lowest price 103. Honestly, a steal for this card. And there's 1,125 total sold. Just 89 on the market. Scary. $400 for this card right now over the course of the year. If you would have bought this a year ago at $121, you'd have a $300 and $320 profit on top of that. So, Shinji Kanda, the ship may have sailed for picking up his cards, but he will have more cards released in future sets. The Seismitoad is one of his more recent cards, if you want to investigate that for yourself and see if maybe you have a play there, but I could almost assure you its price is going to also be quite a bit higher. Now we look at the Umbreon V. Umbreon V, oof, 687. Let's see if it shows up over here. Yes, 687 from Evolving Skies. Not even the top hit in Evolving Skies. The Umbreon V, I mean, a very cool card. Down here, let's look at some of the data. 163 sold, not that many, but we are looking at the 3-month snapshot. Let's go to a year, 551. Lowest price, 125. Highest price, $1,000 on the dot. Average daily sold over the course of the year, 2. Over the last month, 2 as well. 12 items sold here on October 1st. At 11 here, 7 here, 6 here, then nothing. As you go through the days here. 28 sold total between the 15th and the 17th. Moving up, is it a good time to get this card? I would say no. Because Evolving Skies packs are $30 currently, third-party market. There's no MSRP anymore for Evolving Skies. I think this card will probably go up in value. We are also in the year of Eevee, so I think for this current moment, all of the evolution cards are at more than likely all-time highs. Once the hype dies down from Evolving Skies, once people start to move into the new block, the evolution stuff will die down. The prices will probably come down. At least they will stagnate, and it might be a good time to pick up evolutions until the next evolution set, block, whatever comes out, because I think we are officially at the point where evolutions are on the same level as a Charizard, as Pikachu. So it's not going anywhere. Market price, let's just quick look at these. The Gengar VMAX, incredible card, 762. The Cynthia's Garchomp, a very anime card, 319. Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, 238. This Marshallow, $48. Marshadow. So, let's see if I can remember. I can't remember what each of these is from. This is from Journey Together. This is from Destined Rivals. I forget what this is. Fusion Strike. I'm not sure about the Marshadow. Team Rocket's Mewtwo, or Meowth, I should say. $32. Cool card. Let's see what Corbin Holzer has to say about it. From 28 to 38, notable jump. I think a potential reason we're seeing this move up. I should start writing these articles. I think a potential, I think a potential reason we're seeing this Team Rocket's Meowth move up is because we have the rumor, or I guess it has been confirmed, that the Meowth will be in, I believe, Phantasmal Flames. I don't even know how to find that particular Meowth, but it's a really cool card that was only in Japanese. It's now moving over to English. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You probably already have the image in your head, but that card is moving into English, which will make other Meowth cards go up. $41 here. Nice little bump. This is probably when that news broke. This news broke just not too long ago. That would be my guess, my speculation on why this has gone up. 128 in rotation. Average daily sold 4. Average daily sold 12 over the last month. Really picking up. Highest price 55. What do you guys think? Would you go in on the Meowth for 41? 41? I don't know. I don't like to speculate on cards too much because it is a lot more volatile than sealed product. And I'll leave you with this. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit of information. Sealed product is more reliable. It's more consistent. Yes, reprints can happen. What else can happen? Product gets ripped faster. That benefits the price of the sealed product. Other than that, hype dies down, product could go down. But with the cards, when a reprint comes, or when, like, say, a new Meowth comes out, yeah, the card goes up. But once the hype starts to die down around the card, then it starts to taper off, levels out, or goes down. That's all I'll leave you with. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.